Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's Saturday is going well so far. Thank you for joining me again. I'm switching up my cameras just a little bit today. I have a new microphone, so I'm not tied to the microphone stationary here, so hopefully that's working well. And I'm gonna try some new music today because, hey, new music's always a good thing to try out. I am open to suggestions and feedback, comments, questions. No guarantee that I'm going to change anything, do anything different, but, it's a dialogue I'm willing to have. And I'm wearing my fox outfit because it's Halloween, right? Like, it's so cute. And it's chilly. Did I help with the chili by opening a window? Yes. Yes, in fact, I did. But also, this is a big old fleece onesie, and it gonna get real warm real fast. So, all right. So last week, I started. I'm in the way. Let's go grab. Started completing a project that I started 2.5 years ago. Inconvenient pocket is inconvenient. Doing my Game of Thrones inspired. It's a Daenerys tunic. Got the front all put together, mostly, I guess. Stitched all of the decorative cross pieces on the front. Of course, it's still raw edges around the collar. There's going to be lining that will finish that off. Same with around the sleeves. Hey, good morning, Azure Avocado. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing today? So today we're gonna get going on the noticeably missing back. All of those pieces are also all cut out, ready to go. Finished product that we're looking at, it's a store-bought pattern, McCall's. We're doing essentially this one. The white and blue is going to be the tunic instead of just blue. I'm pretty sure the white skirt is going to end up being a really pretty dark blue satin. Because again, I think that's what I was thinking about doing 2 years ago and then didn't. It's the only reason I can think I have that entire bolt of blue fabric sitting in that pile over there. All right, so instructions. Pattern pieces, or fabric pieces rather. All right, starting with stay stitching, stay stitch, side edge of back above the waist. Put my contacts in today. One of them was having a really hard time going in, so I apologize. There's going to be a lot of misreading things because, like, this eye is a little blurry because it's a little dry. These things do happen. All right, we are stay stitching not the armhole, we are stay stitching this bit. And basically to where it stops this curve. I'm gonna like move all of the things all over the place. I'm gonna forget where everything is, where I put it all. Let's see, we are Stay stitching is just basically reinforcing the edge, because when I go to put the next side piece, oh, you're kidding me. Okay, my dryer has decided it is done. Could have sworn it had another 20 minutes to go. Professional streamer that I am. We're gonna go just a little bit further. When I go to put the next piece on this one is more curved than the other one is going to be, or vice versa. Probably this one is more curved than the other one, so it's gonna end up getting stretched like that, and it's just to keep everything from falling apart. All right, I'm like a horrible, horrible streamer. I need to go like make my dryer not make noise. I will be right back. Okay, thank you so much for your indulgence. I appreciate that. I apologize. We're just gonna not do laundry for a while. It's fine. Thank you. Good morning, Tidal, and thanks. Yeah, it's like, you know, Halloween. It's the most dressed up I'm gonna get all weekend. So might as well have some fun with it. All right, so that's the first stay stitch. And we're gonna do it again. This piece. Oh no. So my machine did this last week, I believe, too. My display just went not really blank, like the light's still on, but there. The joys of computerized machines, where I'm kind of at the mercy of the computer, and I don't understand this computer. Swiss computers. They are wonderful things, but something to be said about a mechanical machine where it's just plug and go. Don't have to worry about LCD screens. All right, that looks good. Pin side back to back, clipping back where necessary, stitch ending at large circle. Interesting that it has you do the clipping before you stitch. Always done it the other way around. You stitch and then you clip. Should be this piece. And there's a notch, which is not going to line up with that piece, so we do the notch on the side. I think that's supposed to be the notch. That's the notch. Yep, yep. My habit is I always put the bigger piece on the bottom. Just makes things go a little smoother. Oh, yeah, this piece is, the side piece is going to have more of a curve, and they curve against each other, which will end up working together when it gets all flipped right side out. But it does cause a strain on that seam, so stay stitching is just a good way to reinforce that. This one's probably only stitching to a certain spot, right? Yep. The instruction I didn't pay attention to on the front, and I'm going to have to deal with at some point because that's important. But not right now. That's future Kate's problem, not current Kate. I'm very conscious about trying to watch these cameras. Since I've swapped them around, the camera that's currently here is usually there, and I figured there's more detail happening here, and the camera that I've been using for that, it's wireless for one, so it was kind of having a hard time with the fine details, getting it over, and it's also on a free program and whatever. It works fine, but it's not picking up this stuff super well, so. But also then I don't know where I am in regards to this one necessarily, and I don't have it set up super great. It's a tablet and it's hanging over my desktop. And the camera's at the bottom of the tablet because that's just how things are. I wonder if I could turn it around. That would ruin everything. Common sense is telling me the dot is about 5/8 of an inch from the bottom. Let's see if my common sense is correct. I think it is. Hey. Seems like everything's laying reasonably flat along that stitch line. Thread is making me get rid of that. Anybody having any spooky Halloween plans for the weekend? I went out last night with some of my coworkers. We went to a bar and grill near where we work, and they had some really good fall drinks. I had a toasted s'mores, which was, I should have taken a picture. One of them took a picture of the whole drink menu. I'll have to get it from them. Had like chocolate liqueur and half and half and rum chata, I think. It was so good. There's one other thing in there, and I don't remember what the other alcohol thing was. And then of course it was topped off with some marshmallows, which was pretty great. Little mini marshmallows. Delicious. But then the rest of them all went for a haunted house. And I don't do haunted houses, so I was like, I'll go have dinner and drinks with y'all. I'm gonna then go my own way after that. So I hope they all had fun. You won't find me knocking on haunted houses, just not my thing. Then I had to chase the waitress down to order my sandwich. She took the orders for half the table and then left. I don't know. I was in conversation with one of my coworkers. Maybe she thought because we weren't just sitting there waiting silently, we weren't wanting to order. Not sure. But it was a good sandwich. It was a loose meat sandwich. Came with pickles. It said it came with onions. I didn't see any onions on there, but that's okay. I'm not like, I need my onions. I need my pickles, though. Do need my pickles. And seasoned tater tots. I will always have their tater tots. They are so good. Might as well use that pin right there. Alright, that looks like it is, yeah, doing pretty good. Perfect, perfect. Alright, we get to stitch it now. And my screen went dead. Excuse me. Hey. Leave it off for a few seconds. Hey, there it goes. Okay. You and me are not gonna get along real well if we keep this up. Just saying. It's probably going, but I need like some maintenance. Can't have maintenance right now. I need you to sew, please. Work with me on this. I'll get you maintenance at some point. Promise. Alright, so this is me not stitching all the way to the end, leaving that loose, because when I go to put the lining on, then I have, 5/8 inch seam allowance, yada yada, and it doesn't pinch, and that is what I messed up on the front. So, we'll have to address that at some point before I get to the lining. Probably before I get around to putting the back and the front together. Be a good time to address that, I suppose. Piece number 2. This way I don't have to remember to not stitch past this pin, because this one we're starting at that pin. Oh my god, the screen is gone again. You are kidding me. Let's try even the next step beyond just turning it off and turning it back on again. Let's unplug it for a few moments. Quality streaming stuff here, I apologize. Yeah, what are you gonna do when your equipment rebels? What I can do, well, that's thinking about what it did wrong. We're gonna go, well, let's do the clip the corners or clip the edges thing, and then go iron that out and make it all pretty. In general, clipping wherever there's a curve either in or out is pretty useful to keeping seams laying as flat as possible. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go stand over here. All right, and there is the seam all laying nice and flat. Isn't it pretty? All right. Dibbin, I believe, is what I decided to name my my sewing machine. So, Dibbin, have you thought of what you did wrong and how you might do better? Yeah, that's a start. I have my display again. Good, good. You gonna keep that display? To be fair, I'm not sure how long it's gonna be until my next seam, so I might just have to get into the habit of turning you off and turning you back on frequently. It'd be great. seam number 2. I always chuckle. I don't know. I chuckle. It's a thing I've thought of frequently. When I say I'm sewing, like, I feel like the sewing is what's done on the sewing machine. Everything else is just prepping for the sewing. And it's amazing how much time it takes to prep to sew and then how little time it actually takes to sew. Just amusing to me frequently. All right, we're gonna clip. Again, anywhere that looks like it's got a bit of a curve to it, or a lot of a curve to it. It has significant curving. We'll clip more. I think true pros, if you're clipping in, you notch like this. If you're clipping out, you notch a different way. I just make cuts up to the seam. I ain't fancy. Check on. Interesting. All right, and just to kind of give a comparison. Oh, what are you doing, little thread? Don't need to be hanging out in that seam allowance. Get out of there. Like, same seam, but unpressed, it's kind of a mess. Whereas pressed, it lays nice and flat. Yes, yes, yes. All right, be right back. Well, I can take my voice with me this time. I'm hoping that maybe as I sew through some projects, I can get rid of some of this stuff over here, and then you'll be able to see like what I'm doing with my ironing board. And or I get another camera. And also that it's not mutually exclusive. I could also get rid of all of the stuff and also have a camera. So there's more space and you can see more. What a concept. Oh no. Just ironed in a nice little wrinkle. Get rid of that. Flip it over. And there's my other back piece. So this is gonna end up going together that way. Yes. Yes, I see. There's a keyhole opening in the back. And that will be this. I hope. Yeah. Grab the picture. It's just this giant keyhole opening on the back of the dress. It'll probably be stitched from the bottom together to about here-ish, or on the butt, and then there should be a zipper, and probably starting here-ish, and zipper up the back, and then I think it says there's hook and eye closures that'll go up here. So zipper here, yeah. Did past Kate buy a zipper? You wanna tell me how long that zipper's supposed to be? See instructions for notions information. Betcha it's on the page that I thought I didn't need anymore. And so I put it away for safekeeping. Go. Notions, a 12-inch invisible zipper. Oh, invisible. Invisible. I have, I think, a 12-inch zipper, which would make sense. I was contemplating using it on my pillow projects. How close am I to needing to do the zipper? Because I also, that will be an adventure. Never done a zipper on this sewing machine. Never done an invisible zipper on this sewing machine. Little ways. So we're gonna do, we just did the 13. What is the difference? Oh, different pattern piece, okay. And front and back together at sides. I'm going to have to deal with my poor decision making sooner rather than later. We're not doing the rick-rack. Still not doing the rick-rack. Lining and zipper. Stitch together the lining. The lining is almost all put together, so that'll be... I'm still a little ways away from needing to deal with the zipper. Yeah, that's gonna be putting the lining almost all the way together before I'm putting the lining all the way in before I put in a zipper. Cool. So yeah, we're not going to worry about whether I have the zipper for it or not, because that is irrelevant to current Kate issues. Now we pin the yoke back to the shoulder edge of back. Stitch. That is the pieces, they are the pieces that I stuck over here. And they go... Where's your notches? There's your notch. Notch. And where is your notch? Right there. We're gonna go there. Is that looking like the picture? No, not really. Maybe it goes on that one and this one goes over here. No, not really. Maybe the notch is in the wrong place, or I'm using the wrong notch. Double notch. It's there. Yeah, that way. Yeah, there you go. Okay, we're overthinking it. Although, again, where they put the notch doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, because now there's this huge overlap. It looks like it ought to meet. So we're going to ignore the notch. Because reasons. It's the joys of McCall's patterns. They can be so good. Their instructions can just not be, and things just don't always line up right. Pretty sure this whole thing is supposed to meet up, and it doesn't in this corner. It's not horrible, but it. And as I say, the notches definitely do not line up. My notch is there, my notch is there. See if this was just a I can't cut the damn thing issue. Front and back. Or back, rather. So we've got top bit. That's the notch that I'm looking at. And this notch is supposed to line up. Look at that. See? And this is where you just learn that McCall's is not beginner friendly. Even if I line it up over here, frickin' thing doesn't line up. It doesn't line up this way any better. Like, that's even worse. That's obviously wrong. Come on, McCall's. Alright, rant over. They're still very nice patterns. They're just, you have to know what you're doing. And I don't, I frequently second guess myself. All the damn time. And then check that again, because now I need to know how badly no, let's pretty sure, obviously, up here is supposed to match up. But oh, well, there's part of it. Okay. Okay, so no, it does not meet up down here. That should be fine. But it should meet within about 5/8 of an inch. The fact that that doesn't is on me. That was me not cutting pieces super accurately. So we'll just stretch it a little bit. It'll stretch okay, I think. The display is gone, of course, so we'll just turn it off again. The music is nice, but it's kind of quiet, kind of down. We're gonna go back to the music that I usually have been using. Maybe. There we go. I thought maybe moody music would be kind of fun, but yeah. Alright, so again, we're gonna match the top seam, or top, it's not really the seam yet, top edges. And then we'll make the bottom one down here, stretch just a tick. All right. And let's see, wake the machine back up again. Are we displaying? We are. I'm gonna chain stitch this so it doesn't have a chance to go to sleep. I don't like it when I hear that sound. Why is it chonking? No chonk chonk. So now I'm gonna watch this screen and see how long it takes to disappear, because it can't take real long. It's still awake, still showing. Now that I'm watching it, it's going to behave. All right, so that's going to get, there it is. Do I need to clip it? It doesn't look like I need to do any clipping to it. Looks like it's gonna lay nice and flat on its own. There, let's go have an iron and see if my LCD screen stays intact while I'm gone. Oops. I definitely keep thinking that you're not going to hear me while I'm standing away from the computer and the desk. As I'm sitting here, like you'll see the seam looks pretty good since I ignored where the notches are. Just trying to think, like, why on earth did they do so poorly in placing those notches. And the only thing I can think is it had to have been a rush job to get that out in time for Halloween whenever this pattern was made, shortly after whatever episode this costume it was based on aired. They're like, oh, I gotta make this pattern, and quality, it's a costume pattern. It's definitely one that came out at Halloween. So it's probably, oh, no one cares that much. Well, some of us do, though. Okay, so this is gonna be my shoulder, or my neck rather. So these pieces go together. This is for my neck hole. My arms are gonna be down here. You should kind of. I don't know. Oh no. Well, that's unfortunate. Staining, positioning. Kate of 2 years ago. WTF. Couldn't cut around that? If I recall, there was not that much of this. I don't know. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Okay. Move on, that's what. Pin front and back together at sides. Stitch. Oh yeah, this is not my armhole. This is my waist. This will be my armhole. And it should be more curved according to the picture, but again, when your pieces don't match up, pattern, that's what you get. All right, so I've postponed long enough. I need to fix the mistake that I made before, or I won't be able to move forward. So it's not a huge deal. I just need to, on both sides here, back up about 5/8 of an inch. I have a handy tool that tells me where that is. This is going to be tough because this material is going to catch the seam ripper. I'll try to do it so it's somewhat visible for you, but no guarantees. I apologize. Excuse me, sorry. I'm very, very sorry. There's no mute button on this new microphone. And I'm not always gonna have the time to reach over and actually mute myself. I apologize profusely. I've already lifted up a piece of the foil. Awesome. I didn't want to do that. Go. All right, one down. Right, nerve-wracking as that was. I think I'm good. Woo. Cut that thread out. And my LCD screen is gone. Ah. All right. You silly machine. Come on, please. You've got like 2 more hours. You slept all week. welcome, Planes. Planes. Okay, good. And I just have to reinforce the stitching that kind of was already there, and then finish it off so that it doesn't rip out. It's pretty rare that you're gonna have any mistakes that can't be fixed. Just takes a minute. Obviously, the sooner that you know that you've made the mistake, the easier it is to correct it. If I hadn't realized till I was already trying to put the lining in, I'd probably be having some hard times with that. Mistakes are just happy little accidents, and I confidently make mistakes sometimes. That's always one of my teases with Captain Octavia when we were sewing together. I would stitch with like the tiniest seam allowance, or tiny stitches, because I knew what I was doing. It was gonna be fine. And then I had to take all those tiny stitches out of material that doesn't like them. And confident mistakes. Alright, so now there shouldn't be any trouble there anymore. We can start putting front and back together. Would you be so willing to tell me, is the music audio and my audio okay, or is it balanced weird? Like, to me, my music is really loud, and I don't know if that's just on my end or if that's also bleeding over into the stream. Because who does a little test stream before she starts up an actual stream with new microphones and moving cameras around and stuff? Not this girl. Music is just a tiny bit loud. Okay. Then we're gonna turn it just down just a skosh. Let me know if that's any better. Like, I've got my headphones set as low as they will go. If I try to go any lower, it like doesn't play anything. But there's nothing else I need to listen to. Ha ha ha. Alright. Front and back at side seam, yes. And front and back together at sides stitch. So that's going to be here. Yay. Nice. Thank you very much. In theory, these should lay pretty flat and the same curvature. What do I do with my pins are hiding, and turning off the machine. All right, let's see how well these notches line up. Yeah, they're fine. They're whatever. I'm gonna ignore the notches. Right now I'll just take the notches as a help to ensure that I am pinning the correct pieces together, because trying to line them up is going to ruin the actual lineup of the seam. And nobody needs that. Are you slaughtering things mercilessly in the labyrinth this morning, Title? Or working toward some cool new achievement? Or just chillaxing? This chunk is gonna get real fun going through the machine. Super thick. Super, super thick. 3 C's thick. Ooh, went out for breakfast at a little diner in St. Augustine. How fun! What'd you have for breakfast? And now slaughtering things. As is the way. Alright, that is side 1. Side 2. Biscuits and gravy. Yum. Good choice, good choice. I mean, there are a few bad choices when it comes to breakfast food, in my opinion. This breakfast food is just great, but biscuits and gravy are very nice, very nice. Agreed. Yas, yas. Oh, this piece got cut a little funky. Oh no. Looks like they got stretched somehow. Can't imagine that happening. Move this. Okay. Oh. No, no. Whatever. My curves don't line up. My edges aren't lining up. It work there. So it's gonna be a little long on that edge, but that should be okay. It's not a massive overhang, so that'll be fine. Stitching through this, oh my gosh, can't wait. This is gonna be, see if I break any needles going through the flannel layer. All right, and then this. You can stretch this out to ease it in. Okay, that looks better. Significantly better. Doesn't seem to be laying super funky anywhere. That's good. We're gonna start with this seam just so that, you know, trouble seam be trouble seam, and then I don't have to worry about it anymore. And here comes the thick portion. Oh, it's like, yeah, whatever. This is no problem. Good machine. Good little dibbin. That and I can beat it going out. Hopefully, yep, there we go. Let's see. I start. So I lost myself on, or lost my 5/8 inch seam allowance going through this curve. Start following the wrong guideline on the machine plate. So let's try that again. There we go. It's only by like 1/8 of an inch, but yeah. It's going right around my waist curve, so I would just as soon that be as potentially accurate as possible. I say as if I'm actually going to wear this at any time other than to be like, hey look, I made a thing. We'll see. I'll have to like start going to places again in costumes. Besides the Renaissance Festival, this is not a Renaissance Festival outfit. I did put it away from a seam ripper. Ripper, ripper. Hey, good morning, Biscuit Chats. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome into my stream. How are you doing this Saturday morning? Yes, indeed. Cozy and chilly. Or maybe just cozy. Cozy so you're not chilly. That's, people will ask, are you cold? Nope, because I'm wearing all the stuff that makes me not be cold. But I'm cozy. Ooh, just trying new builds for Reaper and drinking coffee. I will drink coffee with you. Are you enjoying the Reaper build then? I say, I recognize you. I know you're in hell too. Yup. Nice, nice, nice. What's your game mode? Are you doing for World v World? Trying out for some PvE stuff, PvP? What's your poison? No. I'm catching material. I don't want to catch material. Ugh. Why did past Kate think this was a good idea to work with this stuff? Going to get into World v World and PvP, just gearing to Ascended right now and learning the game mechanics. Yes. Good, good. One's done. Did I did not unpin this one. I still need to cut the thread on this one. Say, I do like me my World v World now. I didn't used to. I really didn't like it. Really only enjoyed open world stuff, but I enjoy World v World now. I do not foresee ever enjoying PvP. Good luck to everybody who does like PvP, because I don't know, it's too personal. That said, I have had fun doing it, but it's definitely not my fave. before I clip these. Let's just make sure it says clip it. Clip it indeed. Pin front and back together at sides, stitch. It doesn't say to clip. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do it anyways because otherwise it's... I'm a curvy girl and that is not gonna lay well if I don't. Another World v World convert. Indeed. Indeed. I mean, we need all the people in there we can get. Not need, but like, you know, it's more fun with more people. I am very much looking forward to my main account not being up against Maguma again. Kirby for the win. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm very interested. I wonder, maybe I'll finish a coherent thought here. Again, I know that I started making this pre-COVID times. I don't think I've changed a ton, but I'm curious to know how different my measurements might be. I'm interested because Zerging is hella fun. I remember when Archage was good and the Zerg fights were awesome. Playing against Mag is fun when you play Ranger. When you have a good setup, which I don't ever have the right setup at any given time, but I'll work on it. I'll work on it. Yeah, Zerging is a lot of fun. That it's something that I didn't enjoy doing until mistakes. Until I started playing with Hell. Girl, you can ask. I mean, but then I also have to, because I've got my Ascended, no, I have Ascended gear, but I have my Legendary armor on my light stuff. Almost. Still have a little ways to go to get that complete one. Just have to play more World v World. But yeah, it's not as, I don't know. I make excuses all the time. I do make excuses all the time. But it won't matter because I don't think we'll be up against Maguma again next week. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And I should give my Ranger a little more playtime. She was my first character. She's played through all of the story, all of them, well, not quite all of the map completion because she has not quite completed the Cantha area yet. Working on it, but no, on my main account though, I typically tend to do more roaming stuff, and love me my little Tempest Elementalist. She's so fun. And funny enough, this week, Maguma was less the issue. Like, I'm pretty sure we saw like 6 people on Maguma. The rest was all Jade Quarry. They were problematic AF. They were everywhere. And it was really funny reading in the chat people like complaining about Maguma, and I'm like, but we haven't even seen Maguma. It's Jade Quarry this time. All right, I'm gonna go give a. Oh no! Oh no! Well, good to see that that's a problem now. Okay, so I don't know if it's showing up on the screen much. So I've got these things, and it didn't get all the way caught in the same, which it should have. So why didn't it? All right. And same over on this side. It didn't quite get all the way in. That's what So that's a problem, not getting all the way in, you know. All right. Doobie-doobie-doo. So by how much do I need to cut in? Maybe if that was enough. Yeah, it's not awesome, but hey, you know what? Picture, picture, picture. Do it again. Smooth. So smooth, so smooth. You're gonna have so many seams in here. Little stitches. Okay, start it back a little bit further and ease into that just a little bit sooner, maybe? Yeah. Still not getting it, but it'll be fine. Good enough is good enough. Alright, and how much damage control doing? Clipping, not much, we're probably okay. Turn this off preemptively because it's gonna shut itself off the minute I decide I'm ready to fix the other side, I'm sure of it, so. Alright, and go fix the other side. I'm probably gonna take a brief break to go refill the coffee. De-annoy myself. I'm not super annoyed. This is, in the grand scheme of things, not like the worst thing ever. Again, I'm feeling like it's definitely a shortcoming more of the pattern than necessarily myself. Oh, sorry. Bumping the microphone. It's probably me, but I'm gonna keep blaming the pattern because it suits me. You drastic turn there, Kate. What you doing? Coffee. It is gonna be coffee. Well, maybe it'll be hot cocoa. I've already had, this is my second cup of coffee. Do I really need a third? Yes, I do. All right, well, that'll work. At least it's caught in there. That one, yeah, that one wasn't quite as bad. Get rid of these basting stitches that are supposed to be hidden because they were, in theory, 5/8 of an inch away from the edge of this piece. They are now no longer 5/8 of an inch. I don't know. This is why these basting stitches are long stitches. They come out a little easier than if they were tiny stitches. Only a little. Alright. Yeah, we do the little clip the corner things. Oh, I already did the clip the corner things. Right. Clip that corner. Oh my goodness. That was... yikes. Aggressive clipping. Wow. So now I'm very glad that I did go back and restitch that in just a little bit, because as I'm taking apart the seam that I used, or the initial stitches, I barely caught the edge of this, and this fabric frays out so easily. I wouldn't get many wears out of this outfit. I probably am not, again, see where am I gonna wear this thing to, but I'm not gonna get very many wears out of it anyways. I get even fewer if I'd have left that where it was, so. And again, this is gonna be something that would be far more difficult to fix if I moved on much further and put the lining in. So, hey, crisis averted. Bullet dodged. Memory is telling me that I did not remove. Why are you stuck on no? All the stitches on the side. Am I correct? I am. Can I? Scheiße. Of course, on this side, I backstitched a bunch of times. That's a lot to cut and not cut the fabric. Oh. On the plus side, the next pieces that go together should go super easily because they're cotton and they're flannel and not fancy metallic polyester crazy fabric. And yes, I am lining this lovely piece of garmentry with flannel. It needs to be lined anyways, and I like to be warm. And see the conversation we had just a little while ago about, yes, I'm plenty warm because I made myself be plenty warm. Alright, I think that will help that lay flat. Almost there, so close. All right. Well, I know I keep saying like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. I gotta get to the stopping point, so I'm gonna go iron these. Turn off the sewing machine because it's already timed itself out. Gotta wake up the iron. It went to sleep. Even with the clips. This one's having a hard time laying real well. But it is just a really weird seam with that super thick strappy belt thing going on. And the weird curves that I've had to add to it. It's doing its best, man. It's doing its best. Go ironing in creases in the material. There we go. Alright, side number 1. That's gonna lay all the weird and funky. Oh well. Okay. So what we're left with now, orient this, orient this. Couple extra pins. Hey, Hada Maurice, how are you this morning? Thank you so much for stopping by. I apologize, I've been over. Oh, you can't see a damn thing I'm doing. Sorry about the chair. Been ironing my seams out. There we go. That's sort of more or less it. I'm getting a little nervous about how it's gonna lay in the back. Well, what are you gonna do? Piece it together and find out. But hey, it's starting to look kind of like the picture shows. Which, for comparison's sake, do that. Then bring this forward a bit. So we've got, didn't take a whole lot of time to make sure everything is exactly where it's supposed to be, but yeah, look at this like curvy hippie thing going on over here. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. And then the back with the keyhole that fits perfectly for this resizing thing on the dress form. So hey, okay, I feel better about taking a break at this point because look, it's all in one piece. It more or less fits the dress form. Suppose, I wonder. That doesn't really change much. I'm overlapping the bottom back portion a little bit more. Yeah. This is supposed to lay on the hips. Oh, I wonder if I think I'm not able to adjust the hips on here to where my actual hips are. It's a little bit broken, so that's probably a thing. All right, I'm gonna run a few minutes, about a 3-minute ad, so I can refill my coffee, walk away. I'm already a little bit less annoyed than I was, 2 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, whenever it was, which is good. Sewing annoyed is never a good thing. And then we will get to finishing putting together the lining, which looks like I was pretty much where I started today with the shell. I've got my front piece. I've got 2 back pieces. All put together. I just need to put the yolks on them, ignoring the stupid notch situation. And then put the sides together, and then I have a lighting. Yay! All right. Making sure. Stitch. Yes, stitch front and back lining sections together in same manner as tabard. So, that is where we will pick up in just a few minutes. We're gonna go to the coffee break, and I shall be back. There we go. Alright, thank you for indulging me on that. Alright, so my coffee is indeed, it is coffee, but it has hot cocoa in it because I like to make a mocha, more or less, and so that's what I did. And it will make my mouth happy. There we go. Probably need to cool this just a little bit though. Yeah, it's alright. Alright, so the step that I left off on making the lining in, it is putting the yolk pieces on the back sides. Oh, I thought you were gonna say it has rum in it. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe later. Maybe. Maybe. I ran out of my peppermint vodka. I do have a few rums. Or a few rums. I think I have like 2 rums. I have a good rum and a meh rum. So. Oh, but I do have vanilla vodka. I bet vanilla vodka would go really good in the chocolate. Next cup, you know, when I don't have as much sewing left to do. Yes, yum, yum, yum. Yep, now I have a plan. Ha 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 ha. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. It's not a project till you bleed on it. That might just be happening here pretty quick. Ow. Pins are dangerous. PSA. Now that I put that all together, I realized that, again, I'm not sure if that shows, not really. There is a right side and wrong side to this fabric, even though it doesn't have a pattern on it. And I've got the right side against the wrong side. Spoon in the wrong way. Will anybody but myself notice? No? Also, I'm such a mess. Or a menace. About to have the seam on the wrong side. My goodness gracious. So, if I just left it here, the seam would have opened like this, which would be visible. Well, yes, I have been sewing for 20 years. I know what I'm doing. I suppose shouldn't be too hard on myself. 20 years of sewing. I at least caught it before I actually stitched it. Ha. Still though. GG. Correctly pinned, and look, right side up. This one goes right side down. Stick myself with the pin again. Ow. Different finger though, so it's all fair game. All right. All right, that gives me some shoulder seams. That's all. Hey, guess what I'm gonna do? Guess what I'm gonna go do now? I'm gonna go press these seams open. Now I get to turn the iron up to the high setting, because now I'm on 100% cotton. It irons so much nicer, so much easier. Weird. There's that one, and oh, look how nice and it just looks so good. I mean, plain AF, because flannel. True story, this was a bed sheet. It might have been multiple bed sheets. Top sheet and or fitted sheet. I think there's another set of black cotton bed sheets I've got in my pile over here somewhere. And I had a plan for them. I don't remember what that was. Right. Yay! Now we pin these side pieces together. This should be significantly easier. Should be. Will it be? Who knows? Maybe I'll iron the front piece too. Since I'm ironing all the other pieces, might as well make this piece look all nice. Ha. In case, I needed to convince you or prove to you that this was a flannel bed sheet at one time. And pretty sure that would be where the elastic went. Yeah, I think this was the fitted bed sheet. That's the managed to trim some of that off. I'll have to cut more of that off because I don't think that's gonna lay real great in the bottom seam of my tabard. But no matter, we'll deal with that later. Present Kate always likes to push things off onto future Kate. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it's a mistake. Oh well. All right. Hey look, in this case, those notches line up pretty darn good overall. I'm not going to get into my rant about the notches again. Freaking McCalls and their notches, man. So this laying funky, that is probably due to me messing around with the pattern. Because I do know that commercial patterns come usually 3 or 4 sizes per pattern piece, and they're just a standardization. And frequently I'm one pattern size in the bust, a different pattern size in the waist, a third pattern size in my hips, and I have a very short torso. So in order to make a pattern fit me, I have to accommodate for all of that. So like, nope, that's not a good example. So this is the pattern piece for the front, and yeah, I had to do some wonky things. So like it's dark right through here because the pattern is like folded up. You too, So Royal. It's such a fun game, isn't it? So like I fold this up because like that's standard patterns are made for women of the average height of like 5'6" and I am 5'1". So getting rid of 4 to 5 inches is usually pretty necessary in normal length. Otherwise things hang like comically too low, and it's, yeah. So then what inside is a size 12, middle would be size 14, there's a size 16. I cut to size 16 around like the bust area, it looks like, and then cut into size 14 going down, and then then I had to like blend it somehow. So it gets like real funky in those seams, and then I'm size 16 through the hips. And shortening the torso, all wonky, always. Like it's, at least they give you the guide of lengthen or shorten here. So if you were longer, you can cut the pattern apart, add some tissue paper, to whatever you need. But it's still not a perfect fit or great fit. Also, thank you for stopping by, So Royal. How are you doing today? It's so good to like commiserate on some things. Like, they're not the end of the world, and as long as you know what's going on, it's not that big a deal. But like, the struggles. So yeah, it makes this be, it probably wouldn't be quite that curved if I followed pattern as made, but then it won't like actually fit, and who wants a costume that doesn't fit, right? Good, glad to hear it. You've joined me in making headway on a project that I started 2.5 years ago, pre-COVID times, because, you know, there was going to be time to sew because we were going to have less work to do, and so I might as well make a costume. But then as COVID times wore on, it became increasingly obvious that there was going to be nowhere to wear this costume to anytime soon, so I stopped sewing. So now I'm back because I'm tired of all of my sewing stuff just laying around, projects here and there and everywhere. Some of them not even started, some started and not finished. So I was like, well, this could be a fun project. Then it guarantees I will be here for at least 3 hours once a week and get some of these projects done. Oh my goodness. I keep thinking I'm throwing away the pins that are badly bent, and then I find more badly bent pins. Alright, turn the machine back on. I'm gonna chain this so again my screen doesn't go away. If it doesn't know it stopped sewing a seam, maybe it doesn't go away. Alright, there's my side seams. Now we get to clip and, oh yeah, go iron it. Yay! Could be going a little overboard on the notches, but hey, you know. Can't hurt. Alright. To the iron board! After a little caffeine. A little caffeine and a whole bunch of sugar. Cocoa beans. We have 2 things all in one piece. Well, front and back all in their individual pieces. Where am I at? 11:36. I have 20 minutes. I mean, this is really a good place to leave off, but like, I've got another 20 minutes. Turn in seam allowances on shoulder edges of lining press. So the shoulders are apparently where we will be turning when I stitch the front and back together. I think I can get all of that. Also, do I trust these stupid instructions to be right as far as turning? Because I did a McCall's lined garment 4 years ago, and I followed the instructions exactly, and I was not able to turn it all right side out. Follow the instructions, it'll be fine. All right, so turn in seam allowances on shoulder edges of lining and press. So that is 5/8 of an inch on all 4 pieces of the shoulder edges. Is that on both? No, just of the lining. Yes. Be smart about this. Oh man, I put the piece on backwards. Whatever. I'm gonna skip this song. Not a huge fan of the like kind of having lyrics but not really sort of ish. this around the curve is... Let's go Ishi. Get those down and then I'll do the other side, right? Woof. They definitely iron down better than they finger iron down, or finger press. Which is fine, just fine. Get back there. Excuse me. All right, iron that one down. That'll be good to go. Iron those two down, I should say. There are two of them. Cool. Next. Oh, I'm so good at leaving my chair so you can't see what's going on. I get better at that. I'm sorry, so sorry. The right sides together. Pin lining to tabard. Matching seams. Stitch neck edges, pivoting at large circle. Clip to large circle. Stitch upper center back and circular edges. Stitch armhole edges. Trim seams. Okay. We never did put the actual shoulder pieces together on the on the shell. That's correct. Yeah, stitch front to back at shoulders, slip stitch, pressed edges of lining over shoulder seam. And then we get into the zipper, that invisible zipper that will be absolutely next week's problem, not this week's. All right, with the right sides together, pin lining to tabard. Hey, tabard, come here. You're up. And we're just gonna go by how it says, in the order in which it says. With right sides together, pin, matching seams, stitch, neck edges, pivoting at large circle. So we're going to start with the neck edges. We're not gonna pin like the entire beast together. We're going to do the neck edges. And the lining is going to be the bottom layer, because the feed dogs will have an easier time pushing through the cotton without damaging it than it will the brocade. All right, we have everything situated. Sitting back down now because this is going to be a lot. We're going to start with the seam first, matching seams. This is going to bend a pin. Guaranteed. So many layers. Nope. So I'm trying to pin exactly in the seams, because that way they will be lined up in theory. Close enough. And there's not a real great way that I can think to show what exactly I'm doing while I'm doing it. You're just gonna have to trust me on it. There we go. Nice. Okay. Good, good, good. That looks pretty good. And now it's just matching everything else. I'm so dumb. Am I stitching those seams? The seam allowances open. Yes. Okay. I went and pressed this one backwards. This is gonna get so gnarly in this center corner. Dare I trust these notches? Let's try it. Yeah, those look pretty, right? Kind of tempted to just stitch to about the notches and then just hand stitch the very center pieces. Kind of, I'm really leaning towards doing that because it's supposed to catch some of the crisscross piece, but not all of it. I think it's supposed to, yeah, it's definitely supposed to stay loose for some of it. And I do not trust. I have trust issues. What can I say? I don't trust that I'm gonna do it right with the sewing machine, and this material doesn't tolerate like picking out stitches and redoing it well at all. So, you know. With the thickness of the flannel, which was probably a mistake on my behalf using that. But it is what it is. I just need to move on and do the best I can. And that is gonna mean not yeah. And everything feels like it's laying well. Do I trust the process? All right. The only way I can get over my trust issues is to just keep challenging them, right? So we'll try it. I can handle unstitching it or picking stitches like once. Goodness, excuse me. All right. It's about to get thick. Oh, bless this machine, and it's just like, yeah, nom nom nom, just chews right through it, no problem. Such a good machine when it's working well. Don't think I don't notice. Very good machine. You're just doing this weird little quirky thing that I kind of wish you didn't do, but you know. Thick. 3 C's. I'm gonna say it's 3 C's title. It's a lot of flannel, and more flannel and seams and oof. Yeah, that's more it. Yeah. So thick. Alright. The trick now is getting to where I need to make the pivot without stitching onto the extra layer underneath. Oh, is that it? Hard to tell. Hey, I think I maybe did it. I think I maybe did it. And like watch that I maybe don't even have bobbin thread. No, it's all good. The bobbin thread is there. I see it. The stitches are being made. All right, let's see what this damage is. Please work, please work. Before I do like any clipping on this at all. I mean, I'm still gonna trim my threads off the end though, because screw those threads. So when we flip this right side out, oh, did it do it? Sort of, more or less. So many freaking layers. Oh my god. No, it's good. That's, I probably want them loose. I can hand tack them down if I need to, but it looks like I don't know, that's sitting funky. And even if I clip that corner, I don't know. It's supposed to be like a even V. And it's got this weird pucker here. I don't know. Okay. I think before I get like too worked up over it, we're just gonna let it sit for the week. At this point, I'll come back with a refreshed mind and we'll make sure that it works. And if I need to do anything to fix it, that is going to be next week's project. But I'm making headway. Look, all the pieces are now one piece, one big giant messy piece. Yay! We're getting there. Plenty of way to go, but hey, you know, progress is progress. So that is where I'm going to leave you all, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will catch you all for sure next week for the next installment. See if maybe we can get the lining all put together and zipper in. I'll do some research and see if past Kate remembered to buy a zipper, and if not, present Kate will go get a zipper. Also, Wednesday, World v World Wednesday, I'll be playing Guild Wars 2 with my main account guildies, and we'll be doing more roaming and guild missions and shenanigans. Always a good time. In between now and then, I may or may not stream. I usually don't, but who knows? I may randomly be like, yeah, today we're gonna do something. So I hope you all have a great day. Let's see if there's anybody fun to go raid. We can go raid Ebony Dragon. She does some fun sewing and crafting projects. I think she does a lot of felt work, it looks like. She makes dragons. They're pretty cute. So let's get ready to go check her out. That's not what I want. I'm gonna mute that side. We're gonna jump in here. We're gonna go back over here. Does it tell me what she's doing? It looks like maybe it's a Christmas craft, perhaps. We'll see. All right. Well, again, thank you everybody for chilling with me, and I hope to catch you around next time. Thanks.
Look out, let me read it! Oh my goodness! Welcome in, second mate Kate, and your community